I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you. Say it to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. Time you wasn't really waking up.
T Squad, whether you like Drew Sidora or not, it cannot be denied that season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta has been all about her, and she has barely done anything. Today, we're going to look into all of the drama, the beefs, and everything else that is going on with Drew Sidora, because every day I look up, is somebody coming for her, or she is being exposed, or she got something slick to say about somebody else. I mean, the block is hot over there on Sidora Lane, and we're about to get into all of the behind the scenes tea. So a few episodes back, remember when Drew filmed the scene with her mother where she talked about her divorce from Ralph and how it was affecting her children? Well, after that episode aired, Ralph took to X and had this to say: "Mama gotta watch her mouth. Don't you remember I saved you after you spent all your husband's money and had nothing? I was your angel then. Things change fast, doesn't it?" Ooh. 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 Baby, them are fighting words. You gotta pull out the Vaseline. Wow. Okay. Ralph said, "Don't play with me because I'm going to expose it all." Well, Drew responded and said, "Disrespecting my mother, especially on a public platform, is completely unacceptable. She's simply speaking from a mother's perspective based on what she witnessed. Please stop the unnecessary negativity and show some basic respect." Ralph also said, "Disrespecting me on a nationally televised show is completely unacceptable. You know you use me for storylines every season. I'm getting tired of it. Stop lying and start telling the truth. That goes for you and whoever else you have speaking on my name. Tell the truth or I will." Ooh. Well. Then Ralph said, "Drew does an amazing job lying and playing victim. These hashtag RHOA fans believe anything." Drew responded, said, "Ralph does an amazing job as a peach holder." Ralph also said, "Well, I am your storyline every season. We work together, but it's over now. Try getting a new storyline that doesn't involve me." Child, they was going at it. Okay, and it was getting real personal and real messy. Now, y'all know that I was like, after watching the first couple episodes of Basketball Wives, which I've been doing reviews on, you can check those out as well under my Basketball Wives season 12 review playlist. I had started to believe that this situation between Ralph and Drew getting a divorce was real, because I side-eyed it and I questioned it and I did not believe it for the longest time. And right when I was starting to believe that this was real, last week on Memorial Day, here goes Ralph posting this video of him and Drew in the kitchen on Memorial Day 2025 cooking together.
Drew, what do you call me?
Hello, Ralph.
What do you call me?
Hello, Ralph.
What do you call me? Yo, Drew, I made all of this food here. The steak, the hot dogs, the chicken.
Let me taste it. I'm going to sit down and make me a plate.
Oh.
Hey, Helen.
Hey, grandmama.
Helen.
See, Ralph made the steak.
Oh, look at this.
Wow, that's so good.
Drew's making the cabbage. Her saute.
Little pepper mix.
We're going to have to table that to see how it tastes.
Drew, what do you call me?
Hello, Ralph.
What do you call me?
So as you can see, he was asking her, "What do you call me?" He was trying to get her to call him daddy and she wouldn't do it. He captioned this video, "Didn't wear the apron, but she called me daddy in the kitchen off camera. I really do this cooking thing. Happy, no drama Memorial Day weekend. Y'all be safe." And so I'm looking like, I thought that he was supposed to be downstairs in the basement when she was at home. So what in the hell is going on here? Because y'all real chummy in this kitchen together. He feeding you steak and everything. And I'm like, what is this, a game? Like, is he trying to expose her, showing that she once again is lying and faking? I'm just like, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm so sick of y'all. Well, once Drew got word that he posted this, she then came back with an explanation saying, we have to co-parent and maintain a good relationship for the sake of the kids. From my conversation with my mother, I've been trying to approach things in a better way so the kids feel secure and loved. Obviously, I had no idea this was going to be posted. Based on how I looked, I thought it was a private hidden family moment, not something meant for social media. But see, this is my thing. Even if you didn't know that he was going to post this on social media, literally a week or two prior to this, I just read you all them going back and forth on social media and him coming for your mama and all this type of stuff. And now y'all in the kitchen cooking and feeding each other. Like, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on? This ain't got nothing to do with co-parenting. Him feeding you steak and trying to get you to call him daddy. That ain't co-parenting, my love. So once again, now I'm back side-eyeing y'all and wondering, is this a joke? Is this a storyline for y'all? And is this whole thing fake? I really, truly will not believe anything regarding this relationship until the divorce papers are signed. And even then, I won't believe it, because I will feel like they pulling a Nene and Greg where they going to get married again for the cameras. Child, this is just so fugazi to me, and I'm sick of it. I really truly am sick of Ralph and Drew and this imposter storyline, relationship, marriage, divorce, separation, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because on the show, you up here hooping and hollering and crying and saying he's so mean and horrible to you, and now you're in the kitchen and doing all of this. Girl, ain't nobody got time, because I know the hell I ain't got time for it. But that's not where it ends with Drew. So we got this foolishness going on between her and Ralph. Then you have her and Ming Lee from Basketball Wives taking shots at each other over Ty Young, child. Let's get into that tea.
Carlos King interview that dropped, and you admitted that, you know, you and Ty had moments of flirtation, but nothing inappropriate, you know, because you're still going through your separation in your marriage. However, on Basketball Wives, Ming Lee, who is surprisingly a friend to a lot of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, has said that that was a bone of contention in her relationship with Ty, your closeness to her. What did you think about Ming Lee saying that that was one of the deal breakers, was how close you were, considering all of that?
Another person grasping for straws in a storyline is what I gather. Because what else do you have going on? You know, if you have to use my name, because she came over to Real Housewives and she was coming trying. You got glimpses, you know, she was trying hard and it didn't work out for her. So she just went on down there, you know what I'm saying, down there.
Now, you just had a Carlos King interview that dropped, and you admitted that
it was like, I got something to say. I got something to say. Listen, she was never around when Ty and I were friends. Like, she was never around. She wasn't around. They didn't know each other. And since, you know, Ty and I don't speak as often anymore, we're still friends, and that hasn't changed, but we don't talk as often. It's just been a lot of life happening. So since they have been together, Ty and I have not seen each other. We don't spend time talking. I've been working on a whole album. So yeah, there's not enough minutes in the day that she's explaining that she is, alleging. It just wasn't true. And so like I say, a lot of people get on these cameras and they feel like they got to say something that is going to get them a moment. And I'm sorry, I didn't know I was that much of that girl. Like, I'm really clickbait. Is that what's happening?
Did you get a check?
Obviously out, but it just wasn't any truth behind it.
Well, you see, Drew said that she's using her name for a storyline, and Ming Lee responded and said, at Ty Young 11, get your girl at Drew Sidora. You should just stop after doing all that lying on at the Carlos King podcast. I spared you once when y'all was filming, and some of your cast told me to air your line A out. Now, I'm going to assume that must have been Portia and Shamia. Now, if you recall, during Kenya's event, Ming Lee was there. So I'm guessing that's what Drew was referring to, that she was trying her hardest to, maneuver her way onto the Housewives, and it didn't work. So that's why she went over to Basketball Wives. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting, and Drew is not only carrying Atlanta Housewives on her back, but like they were saying in the comment section on Reality Entertainment TV, she's carrying Basketball Wives on her back as well. You got to give it to the chick. You got to give it. She got a storyline going on her own show and another show that's on 2 different networks. Catch that tea, okay? Yeah, tea. And I'm feeling like, Ming, don't get no threats. Put it out there. Put the receipts out there, girl. Put it out there, since you're so wound up about this situation. You claim not to want Ty and that you just want to be friends or whatever, but you still so hung up over what happened in the past and what's happening with her and Brandy. Like, girl, you are obsessed. Okay? Obsessed. And it's kind of getting weird. Drew also had this to say about her cast member Britt Edie while being interviewed.
What are your thoughts on Britt in general? Do you think she is somebody you would be friends with?
Honestly, Britt, I just don't see it for her here. I think she's better maybe for like a rags to riches type show, but Housewives,
not rags to riches.
nah, she just doesn't want to live in her truth. As we see all these allegations around her husband and their marriage, and then her, and then, she's just not that girl. I think she's beautiful. I would never take that away from her. And I thought that we could, after our sit down. But no, it's a no for me. I think that she's just not a good fit for this circle of girls. I don't think she displays the integrity and the honesty and the truthfulness. And she just has a lot going on in her past. And her and her husband. How is she? You know what I mean? Like, they have a lot going on. And I just don't think that they are the most transparent. I think they throw a lot of stones and hide their hands.
What are your thoughts on Britt in general? Do you think...
I think they throw a lot of stones and hide their hands. And she's just very argumentative. You know what I mean? Like, she just comes across very angry. I think that in the Kenya situation, threatening somebody with a weapon, like she did, I've never dealt with anything like that, coming to work and feeling like someone is just so calm and comfortable throwing around pistol and weapons and the threats that she did. And so I feel like, although I've said it time and time again, I don't agree with how Kenya handled it, I just feel like there needed to be a conversation, a reprimanding, so to speak, about that behavior. I think they throw a lot of stones and hide their hands. And
that's something when Sidora said that you're being inauthentic and not being transparent. Baby, because if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black. Well, of course, Britt had something to say. And as you can see, she commented and said, Drew is the last person to be speaking on marriages when she has been going through a divorce for years. She needs to pray those court filings do not end up public instead of worrying about me. My goal has never been to destroy marriages for clout or a storyline. This show is about wives, and Drew barely fits the bill. Well, what? She's a wife. Okay. That was a disgruntled housewife fan. Never met him a day in my life, but said he was an ex-friend of mine. LOL. He was in his feelings because of an interaction on IG and decided to look for clout, and you fell for it. He has been a housewife fan for years. In every housewives comments looking for a moment, so spare me. So I'm guessing Britt is talking about the situation where that man went on Tasha K's podcast show, YouTube channel, whatever, and said that her husband was gay. So I'm guessing that's what that whole spiel was about. But to be honest with you, I agree with everything that Drew said about Britt. She doesn't fit in with those ladies. This is not the platform for her, and she does need to go, period. She just honestly does. Then lastly, regarding Drew. Yes, Drew. Let's get into the Portia, Drew, and Dennis of it all, child, because this is a storyline that just will not stop. Here recently, Dennis sat down to do an interview and he was asked about the whole working with Drew situation and the Portia of it all. Let's see what he had to say about everything.
What is your process when it comes to picking artists you want to work with?
For Drew, at the time, to be honest, you know, we was both going through some shit, you know? She was going through a divorce. You know, my baby mama was on getting married. It's like in every country, every time I look on the internet, she had another wedding and shit. I said, I gotta hit the studio my damn self. So,
Period.
You got the right.
So that's what made you hit the studio. Nigga had to work.
You know, these niggas be acting tough, man. Hey, you see your bitch get broke, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't care how tough a nigga is, you feel me? That's my baby mama.
Yeah.
Shit I got. So,
Real.
Y'all still follow each other on socials?
that's my dog.
Oh, yeah. Nah,
Yeah, that's still my dog.
Nah, sometimes you just gotta mute.
Fuck socials. It's about real life.
Nah, sometimes.
Exactly.
Nah, you gotta protect your peace on social media too. Sometimes you gotta mute the page.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you on another island with another nigga. No.
No, but that's my homie though. We good. We always was good, but you know, Drew was going through some shit, and I'm like, yo, you gotta come to the studio.
What is your process when it comes to picking artists you want to? Facts or cap? If someone moves on too fast after a relationship, is that a red flag? Facts or cap?
I'm going facts, man. You know, Portia, I love you, baby, but you know, she
Hey, my bitch Portia don't play.
hey, she left me, got married. Hey, we back in the game. You know what I mean? So.
Baby, let me tell you something. The end game is going to be Portia and Dennis back together. They are each other's end game. And like I said to y'all, the only reason why Portia and Dennis are not together is because he couldn't keep his Peter Weeder in his pants. He couldn't keep that hot dog, that Oscar Mayer wiener in his pants because she still love him and it's obvious he still got feelings for her. Okay? But you know, Portia had an issue of them working with each other because she thought that they was messing around or that Drew was trying to sleep with him and said that Dennis told her that Drew was trying to F him for beats and all of this mess, okay? But we have not seen nor heard Dennis say that out of his own mouth, right? While in her own interview, this is what Drew had to say about Portia's whole season being about her.
With this storyline with you and Dennis and Portia, I'm tired.
We can all see she couldn't talk about a lot of things. They brought her back on, and it was very highly anticipated to deliver a certain story that she couldn't deliver. It was giving flop. It was giving a fail, and she had to pivot on something she could talk about. And so yet again, here I am to talk about this made up fictitious story that no one's believing.
I mean, if you see how the way you talk to Dennis, it's
not giving romance.
Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell when a woman has chemistry with a man. You can tell when that little cootie cat get hot around a man.
Can y'all tell the physique that I go for?
And
I like a certain
You like someone with them nipples. You like them Ralph nipples.
like my
Yeah, she do Ralph smooth now.
Them Ralph nipples is crazy.
I'm just saying. You
don't
can
like
see
the
what she
jiggly-
like.
No, but yeah, I agree.
I have
It's one person with titties here.
thank you.
And it's me.
And it's me, and it's gonna
Now
be
I'm
me.
taking
So
shots.
I don't. That's just not me.
It is.
And at the end of the day, if you hear the album, which I'm so excited about and proud of,
Amazing.
we were working.
Yeah. Where's y'all's relationship at today?
Non-existent.
Okay.
I think she showed me a couple of times who she is.
I don't know who these young ladies are, but I 1000% agree with them saying they're sick of this whole situation. This is giving very much Floppiana when it comes to Portia. I do believe that she did use this as a storyline, as a pivot, as a plan B, since she couldn't talk about the assignment of it all. And to be honest with you, I don't think that she even really wanted to talk about the assignment of it all, because if she did talk about it, she would have to be honest about the whole entire situation, which we know that she will never cop to, you know? But I just cannot wait for the reunion because I want to see Drew and Portia go heads up and the reads that will be read, honey. I'm ready for it, okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of the Drew of it all. Drew is really that girl. She is really that girl this season, honey. And like I said, she ain't even did much of nothing this season. Much of nothing compared to her other seasons on the Housewives where she was being extra and doing the most. It's quite ironic that the season where she does the least is the season where she's the most popular. And to be honest with you, I feel as if she needs to be either in first chair or second seat, honestly, because she has really been one of the main focus of season 16 of Atlanta Housewives. Let me know down below in the comment section if you guys agree. What do you think about all of the beefs and stuff that she got going on? What do y'all think about her and Ralph? Do you think that this is real or do you think that they faking? Let's talk about everything. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you, T Squad, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.